I'm from Michigan. I believe I was misunderstood. I'm from Flushing, Michigan. Yeah, I'm so excited that we have a new change. I voted for Barack Obama 2 times, back to back. I'm a black male. My mom tried to talk me out of it, but I totally disagree with her at the time. Now I've turned a complete 360. I totally see what's going on, and I just want to say I'm just disgusted with what I've seen from this past president, not reaching out to our black youth, encouraging this sense of entitlement with welfare. I'm an educator, so I see in the inner city schools.
Yes.
People.
No, I hear you. I hear you. You actually see what's going on. You're not one of the brainwashed masses. I get it.
Oh, wow. It's just amazing. These parents are laying around having kids, and they're getting paid, and they're driving Hummers. I'm a computer programmer also. I went into education because my job was sent overseas by General Motors. I was a mainframe programmer at Electronic...
Oh, well, you may be one of the lucky ones. Did you hear the caller in the last hour who called crying, the 52-year-old man? Who had been an engineer in Mexico because a factory was shipped there from Michigan, and he had to teach the Mexicans how to do his job, and then they fired him. And he said he went into an employment agency in Michigan, and they can't get enough workers right now. They're dying to find educated people with skills like yourself, Tony.
Oh, my goodness, Michael. GM had us training programmers in Russia, in Moscow, to program COBOL JCL systems, and we knew our jobs were... They were numbered, so I had to change my career. But I'm just disgusted with this arrogant leader that's just leaving. He's not humble. I'm just really disgusted. Not reaching out to this black youth. He had a really good opportunity to tell these thugs to pull up their pants, go to school and apply yourself. Stop blaming whites for what you don't have.
Oh, boy. Oh, but now, you said something that I missed. Did you say something about working in Russia? Is that what I heard?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
What do you mean? You worked for the Trump administration to hack into the... I'm joking. What did you do in Russia?
Well, I didn't work there, but we trained a team of programmers from Moscow because GM wanted 24/7 support of their system. So, we had to do it. And the writing was on the wall. We knew that we were going to lose our jobs. Well, Tony,
it's a new day. Let's hope that Trump is unable to enact what he said he would. Look, some jobs have already come back. Companies are flooding in and bringing in jobs with them. There are companies who said they're not moving factories out of the country. This is definitely going to be a positive stimulus for jobs and such, and I think maybe you may have a bright future all over again, especially since you're a computer programmer with skills that are going to be needed. I think you're going to find what you're looking for.
Michael, I just want to say this. I am sick and tired. I know I have a hard time believing that Dr. King would support this guy that was in office. Going around blaming whites for something that happened 200 or 300 years ago is not going to solve anything. I am sick and tired of all this violence and nonsense, all this ignorance, and these people that are walking around with their pants down. They can't articulate themselves because they were class clowns in school. And now they want handouts. It just disgusts me. And I couldn't. I wanted to put a Trump bumper sticker on my car, but I could not do it.
No, your car would be trashed. I get it. It'd be like putting a Trump sticker on a car in San Francisco. I tried it for a while, but I really respected my car too much. Listen, you'd be a great guy to work for the Department of Education. I'm telling you the truth. You sound like a guy who should be recommended to the Trump transition. All of his appointees. KSFO, Brian, line 4. How do you feel today?
Oh, Mike, I am so happy. Forgive me for I cried through the speech. I lost it all with NAFTA. I used to be an engineer, but I didn't have a degree, and I got stuck in Mexico for 2 years. And guess what I did for 2 years? I trained some guy in Mexico to do my job. They sent me home. I didn't have a job anymore, and I've been landscaping and whatever.
So, Brian, you hope that the jobs will come back to America again, in plain English, correct?
I called a recruit. I've been calling recruiters all the time. I called yesterday. They got a job for me.
Brian, how old are you, Brian?
56.
Yeah, you're the target of Obama. You were the target. White guy, professional, no connections, no political status. You were the target of the Obama administration. They kept saying old white guys are finished. They're dead. Do you remember how many times you heard that? White people are finished. How many times did you hear that over the last 8 years? You were the target. You were targeted by this last administration. Now, the question is, if Trump builds that wall with Mexico, how would you get your job back? How would you get a job in plain English?
They're bringing all these jobs back to Michigan. This recruiter can't find enough people. And when I call him, you can hear the joy of his voice to have an older, experienced person that doesn't have to be trained, because I trained all these college guys.
Wait. I'm trying to understand you. You've gone to a recruiter who has said he needs people right now?
Oh, yeah. He's even asked me, how far do you want to drive? I would drive all day to get to a job. You kidding me?
Where do you live? You're listening online. Where are you? What city are you in?
Detroit.
Okay. Oh, the great Detroit, the genius WJR, right. Terrific. So now you're listening to me online on KSFO. You spoke to a recruiter, just to get this clear, in Michigan. You told him what your skills are. He said he has a job for you?
Got several jobs for me. I get to pick.
This is all because Trump has already thrown down the gauntlet and said he's going to stop the bleeding of jobs to Mexico. Suddenly they're hiring in America, in Detroit again? Is that what you're saying now on the show, Brian?
Yeah, it's the greatest thing ever. I lost my house. I lost everything.
That's unbelievable. I don't mean that you're not believable. What I'm saying is that you went through this and you think it's over now, that the nightmare is over.
Yeah.
Well, man, I thank you.
Donald Trump, just last week, he confirmed to the National Review that he is again considering a run in 2016.
Do it. Do it. Look at me. Do it. I will personally write you a campaign check now on behalf of this country, which does not want you to be president, but which badly wants you to run.
Donald Trump has been saying that he will run for president as a Republican, which is surprising since I just assumed he was running as a joke.
Is that people think that Donald Trump is a clown.
Donald Trump is a clown. I mean, does anybody seriously think that Donald Trump is serious about running for president?
Donald Trump, he's a clown.
Which Republican candidate has the best chance of winning the general election?
Of the declared ones right now, Donald Trump.
President Obama will go down as perhaps the worst president in the history of the United States! Exclamation point. At real Donald Trump. Well, at real Donald Trump. At least I will go down as a president.
So basically, this is the beginning of the end for Trump.
The beginning of the end.
Beginning of the end?
This is probably starting of the beginning of the end for Donald Trump.
Donald, you're not going to be able to insult your way to the presidency.
The strongest person usually isn't the loudest one in the room.
So right now we have Hillary's about a 75 or an 80% favorite. We have different versions of the forecast you can look at.
Poll has Hillary Clinton up by double digits nationally, 12 points, 50-38, four-way race.
Clinton leading in Florida, Clinton leading in North Carolina, Clinton leading in Ohio, Clinton leading in Nevada. I could go on and on and on.
I continue to believe Mr. Trump will not be president.
And so, right now, Mr. Trump, to answer your call for political honesty, I just want to say, you're not going to be president, all right? It's been fun. It's been great. I love you. But come on, buddy.
We have a major projection right now. Donald Trump will take Ohio. And CNN projects Donald Trump will carry the state of Florida. Huge win for Donald Trump. Donald Trump, we project, will win in Kentucky, in Indiana, with its 11 electoral votes. West Virginia, Tennessee, Mississippi, South Carolina, Alabama, North Dakota, with its 3 electoral votes, and South Dakota, Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, the state of Montana, North Carolina, Georgia, Iowa, Utah, Wisconsin, Arizona, Kansas, with its 6 electoral votes, Nebraska with its 5 electoral votes, and Wyoming with its 3 electoral votes.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Complicated business.
A lot of people have laughed at me over the years. Now they're not laughing so much, I'll tell you.